still haven't got round to tidying it up. If I'm out of breath, it's because I've just run around like a crazy person. So bear with me while I get myself together. It's all been a bit crazy. I don't know what it is, but every week there's always something happens just before I'm about to go live. I don't know what it is. It's very odd, but yeah, that's what has just happened. I've just had, as some of you know, my HP printer decided to eat another piece of paper. I don't know what it is about them, but they just seem to love pieces of paper, and it has eaten another one. So I've had to get another one delivered. So that's literally just arrived. Obviously just before I'm about to go live. Obviously, when else would it come? So breathe. Oh, you can see quite a lot on Messy Desk, can't you? Oh well, there we go. Never mind. If I try and zoom in again, I feel like we're going to end up with a dance of the zooms, and I don't want to do that. So we'll have to we'll just have to stay where we're at. Bear with, we'll just move things out of the way. Apologies for the swaying. Another thing I need to get sorted out this year is my whole camera setup. Right, and breathe. Let's have a look through the comments. Hi Sandra, hi Nicole, hi Marianne, hi Karen, hi Laurie, Shelley, Anne, Sally, another Sally Ann. Who else? Did I say Sally Ann just now? No, I said Marianne. Okay, my brain's not working. Hi Cindy, hi Ali. I've already said hello. Oh no, I haven't. Hi Liz. Hello everybody. Happy New Year. Let me just turn my quality a bit higher because it's a bit rubbish. Have I just done the right one? I don't think I have. I should know by now how to do this because I've done it that many times. Advanced. There we go. That should be better. Right. My messy is neater than your clean desk. Oh well, you know, my craft room, I'm very pleased with myself because my craft room, I have done a massive tidy. So behind me, I've actually got a dining room table that's kind of folded down, and it become a dumping ground, if I'm honest. It was just full, and there was all bags all around it, on the floor, underneath it. There was literally a walkway from my craft desk to the door, and then from my my craft desk to the drawers on the other side, like a triangle basically. That was literally my only walkways. But because relatives were coming over the Christmas break, I had to tidy up everything because we needed this room to be able to eat in here. It is a dining room after all. So yeah, so I've literally, in 2 days, I blitzed it. And I'm very pleased with myself. Right now, looking at it, there's a few bits have crept up on the floor, but that's mainly because the printer's just arrived. So I've had to literally throw everything off the printer, place carefully my new printer on the floor, along with other bits and bobs. And I was in the middle of cutting some stuff out as well because I'm doing a window display at a local art and craft shop supposedly tomorrow. So it's all a bit all go. So yeah. And breathe. Nicole, you call that Murphy's Law? Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just exhausted right now to be running around. So anyway, I'm trying to get out digital kits as well. And again, this is another one I've had to print off with my inkjet printer because obviously my laser printer hasn't been working for about 3 weeks. So that's also been a great spanner in the works. But I've been very pleased with my printer, and I'm really pleased the way it's printed these out, actually. This is not the same pink as it looks like on the screen. But again, different printers print out different ways. I'm sure if I printed this pack out on my laser printer, it would print out a different pink, again, altogether. So whatever, it is what it is. So some of you will have already seen. Hi, Alison. Cindy, you just bought a new printer. You like it so far? Excellent, good. I'm hoping this next one, this 4th printer, I'm hoping it will not mess up now. I really am hoping. They've told me, like they did with the last one, that if it messes up, then they'll give me a different model altogether. But that's what they said for the last one, and then this time they haven't. So I don't know. But anyway, we'll jump that bridge when we come to it. So some of you might have seen my shorts video. So I've done, obviously last week we did It's a Boy, and so this week I've got It's a Girl, and actually had someone who'd asked for It's a Girl as well. So we've gone for It's a Girl. We've got check, we've got grey check, and I've got a little print with a pink background, and then I've also got it with a white background with the pink detail. We've got white spots on a pink background, grey stripes, little white feet on a pink background, little white feet on a grey background. As you can tell, it's pink and grey. We've got stripes, little pink spots, a kind of pattern paper, white spots on a grey background, and then 2 sheets which are your elements. So we've got like little bibs and onesies and cots and prams and buttons. And then It's a Girl, congrats, It's a Girl. And there's another It's a Girl, which is what I'm using in today's card. So yeah, hi Gina, don't worry. Hi Mandy. So yeah, so that is the paper pack, the new one. So that is now available in my Etsy shop. Apologies if you saw my YouTube shorts, went straight to my Etsy shop and it wasn't there. I'd set this up to the little video to go live at 10:30, thinking that I would have done it by that point and put it up, but I hadn't, I forgot. So at 10:42, another 10 minutes later, I then finally made it go live. But hopefully nobody was that keen. Well, I mean, hopefully people were, but you know. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, I thought we'd go for, we thought we'd do that. So I'm using the papers today. Let me move these little bits out of the way. Oh, I'm using the papers today, and we're going to make an interesting card, which can be done either way. So it can be done the way I'm doing it, or it can be stood up. However, if you stand it up as a 6x6, which is what today's card's going to be, you will end up, it looks a bit odd. It looks better the other, like whatever, vertically, is that the right word? Yeah, vertically, as a 5x7. And it's one that I saw Fluttered by Heidi do, and she called it a 4-flap display fold card. So the video for the 5x7 4-flap display fold card is coming up on probably Friday or Sunday. I'm not quite sure, one of the two. So that is coming up soon. But I thought I'd do a 6x6 version and turn it round so it's a stepper card. So this, I've decided to call this a 6x6 pronged stepper card. And so that is what it looks like. And then when it stood up, I haven't put a sentiment on this yet. So that's what it looks like, basically. So it's interesting. It's an interesting one. So then you've got space on the back to write. So that is what it, and it stands up, obviously, like that. If you wanted to, you could maybe make these a little bit smaller. If you wanted to have, like, you know, large and then a bit smaller. Or you could take them off all together and just have them on the back. It's really up to you. But I quite like it like that. It's just a bit different, really. It's a bit funky. It's a bit funky. Hi, Elaine Smith Designs. Hello, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Yvonne as well, and Chris, and who else? So, oh, hello, Sally. You like it. So for this one, I've used a paper pack. I can't remember if this was Coca Rosa or In Love Art Shop. I have a feeling it was In Love Art Shop. But this is one of those paper packs I had before Christmas, and it was the floral one. So when the video goes up, you'll see. This die, which is beautiful, this is a Coca Rosa Studio die, and this is one of my new orders. I'm kind of doing things a bit backwards this time, because normally I do the craft haul video and then you see all the videos with the cards made, but because I'm kind of just a bit all over the shop right now, I'm still recovering from Christmas, from my December vlogmas, whatever you call it. Yeah, so I'm sort of, yeah, filming them as I go. So anyway, so that's one of the dies, and you get this like lovely lattice, and then it doesn't cut the middle out. So that middle is still there, but it comes with 1, 2, 3 ovals that fit nest in between as well. So that's really nice. If you wanted to cut an oval out of that, you know, that bit, you could, but I've just cut an oval out of the matte, like the plain coloured card, and then there's another, the middle size oval out of the pattern, and then there is another oval as well, but I decided not to use that one. So yeah, and obviously it folds flat, fits in an envelope for a 6x6. This one isn't that thick. That would definitely pass going through the post in our country, in the UK. The 5x7 version that I did, I will quickly show you. So this is the 5x7, this done this way around. And this one would not fit through the post because it's so many layers, because I did do mats and patterns on this one, and also you have more layers to do. So the video for this is coming up soon, and this is another one of the Coca Rosa dies, so don't forget to use iced20, which is my code, and that'll get you 20% off at cocarosa.com. So really cute little kite die. It's got little bows on it. The string doesn't come with the die. That was actually an X-cut balloon set dies. But I just thought, oh, that works. So I think you probably make your own string if when you buy the kite die. But it's nice. You could do what you want with it, really. It comes with a little heart and a little flower and the little bows as well as the kite. And so for this card, I've used Antonio Makes' papers. This Pretty in Pink set, which I had a while ago now, it's still on his shop, which I'm really pleased about because I love these papers so much. So again, if you want to go over to Antonio Makes, my code for him is Louise10, and that will get you 10% off. And that includes 10% off on his VIP membership as well. So if you like digital papers, go and check him out because these are beautiful. They're literally beautiful. And they print, as you can see, they print off really nicely. These ones here are my own. So that one is from the Pink Posies pack, which I bought back because I just like it. I like it a lot, so I bought it back. So so that's the 5x7 version, but obviously that's too thick to post. Well, you'd have to pay extra postage for that one. So that's the 6x6. This is the one we're going to be doing. This is like a steppery one. I quite like it. It sort of looks the same but doesn't. Obviously you could do it this way around, but I just think this sticks out too far for my liking. It's a bit, I don't know if I like it as a 6x6 that way round. It doesn't really work for me. This way works much better. I just think this works better. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so that's the card we're going to be doing today. And I'll take a breath. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Vicky. Who else we got? Hi, Gina. Hi, Chris. Who else have I got who I haven't said hello to? No, I don't know who else I haven't said hello to. I think I've said hello to pretty much everybody. Cool. Right, so let me move my thing out of the way. And then let me move all my pattern pieces out of the way. We'll come to those in a minute. And you can really change up how you do your patterns. You don't have to do all the layers that I do. You could do slightly different, whatever you want, really. So you are going to need, let me put that to one side. Let me put that to one side. You are going to need, right. Oh, before I start as well, if my winners from last week, so if Sweet Pea, Patricia Oliver Rutherford and Teresa Singleton are on, if you're on or you're watching this back, please can you contact me either on Instagram messaging or Pinterest messages, just to arrange your channel membership so I can sort that out and obviously reimburse you. So let me know. And yeah, hi Tracy, good to see you. Right, so on your 6x12, and you do need a 12 for this, you can't go shorten it to 11 3/4. Well, you could, but I'll let you figure that one out if you do. So 6x12, you're going to score at 3 inches, at 6 inches, and at 9 inches. And I wouldn't go too thick with your card. This card that I've used here, I'm guessing it feels about a 250, 240, 260, something like that. No. It's just feeling, what size is that? It's about that. So that's all you need to do for that one. And then this one, which is 4 inches by 12 inches, you just score halfway at 6 inches. And the little fun thing about this is you can get all of your pieces out of a 12x12 sheet. So imagine that's your 12x12 sheet. You also need 4 pieces that are 1x6. So if I just lay that out, that is 12x12. So you're not wasting any card at all if you use a 12x12 sheet. So I quite like that. Quite nice that you can get it all out of one sheet. So yeah. So that's your 4 pieces that are 1x6. So let's move those to one side. And let's move this out of the way. Get rid of our scoreboards. Don't need it anymore. Okay, so what we're going to do, the piece that's 4x12, you're literally just going to fold it in half. And that's going to be like a 10th fold 4x12 card, top folding. Then your 6x12, got a little heart on the desk. Your 6x12, you're going to fold it in half like you would. So if you've got a 6x6 card blank, you could use that. Just make sure it is 6x6, but you could use that if you wanted to. And then you want to fold these back. So you're kind of making a concertina type card. something along those lines. So we're gonna, oh, there we go. So you end up with that. So that is your, that's all your folding done basically. So it's really easy on the folding. Right, so now what we want to do is go ahead and decorate. Just leave that there. We want to decorate this piece first of all. So for this, you are going to need, and I haven't cut all my bits out, so you'd have to forgive me. You need to cut out. If you're just doing pattern like I am, you need a pattern piece that is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. If you are doing a mat as well as a pattern, then your mat will be that size and your pattern will be 3.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick this down. I decided not to use mats on this because I just thought it's quite a lot going on and it will cut down on the thickness. And actually, I don't think it needs it. Normally I like a mat, but on this card, it kind of doesn't need it because there's so much happening. Yeah, I just thought, yeah, I'm gonna avoid the mat on this one. Make things a bit easier. So we'll stick this down here. So that's that bit there. And then on the back, you just want a white piece that is the same. So it's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 if you're not using a mat. If you are using a mat, that's the size your mat will be. And your white will be 3.5 by 5.5. I haven't got my white piece ready yet, so I'm going to stick that on afterwards. So that is that done. So let's move on to these. So these, you want to take 2 of them out. In fact, I need to cut these. So you need to take 2 of them out, and these need to remain full length. And so on these, you need 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 5 3/4. And so they're going to go on there like that. So I'm going to stick those down, and then we will come to the cutting these down. I should have cut them. I think the reason I didn't cut them down was because I wanted to see that you could get it all out of a 12 by 12, and actually you do end up with a little bit of waste, but it is so minimal that it really doesn't count. It really doesn't count. Yeah, how was everybody's Christmas? I feel like I asked you all this last week, but there might be people on today who weren't on last week. So how was everyone's Christmas? How was everyone's New Year? How has it all been for you all? It's nice and sunny here at the moment, which I'm very appreciative of because I do like the sunshine, especially at this time of the year when it's usually so grey and it's freezing cold. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely frosty out there. It's really very chilly, but at least it is sunny. I don't mind cold if it's going to be sunny. Happy days. So, and I'm pleased as well because I got my scan and cut back. So I now have a scan and cut machine. I did have one before, and then I gave it to my sister-in-law because I really wasn't using it. And yeah, and then I thought actually, I'd quite like it back, so I've asked for it back. One thing that I forgot to do was round my corners. I was going to round my edges, but anyway, we're not going to do that now because I have forgotten, so that's fine. So that is that. Let me grab my where is my cutting mat? Here it is. Grab my cutting mat. I could do this on the guillotine, but I don't have it. Well, it's buried, so I'm not going to bother. Cindy, you had a nice and quiet Christmas and New Year. Good. Sometimes it's like that, isn't it? It's quite nice to have a new one, a nice and quiet one sometimes. Who else do we have? Ali, you had snow last night, but it's gone now. Ah, okay. And where, Ali, where are you based? Let me see. Where are you based? Are you in the UK? Yes, you're in Bristol. Yeah, some people did get snow, didn't they? I didn't get snow. Well, actually, we had a little flurry. We had a little flurry, apparently. But yeah, basically, we didn't really get snow. Alison, you're about to have big rain and windstorm. Oh, goodness gracious. I feel for you there. Right, so let me just quickly update you on this. So these strips need to be 1 inch by 2 3/4. And so let me just mark these out. I would normally use my guillotine, but I really can't be bothered to move the tablet, everything that's on it, in order to get to it. So I'm just gonna freehand cut it. Gina, Christmas was great. Had all your kids and grandkids together for a couple of days. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that was, it's just nice when it's family, but it's a nice gathering. There's no drama. It's always good. And I bet your grandkids absolutely loved it. They had a whale of a time. So Who else we got? Liz. Oh no, you had COVID. Oh, you poor people. Dear me. There's a lot of that going around, and norovirus. There's a lot of norovirus going around as well. Not nice at all. So not good. I hope you're all better now though. Sandra. Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I need to, you just reminded me actually, I need to send a card off. I'm part of a Trimcraft swap and there's someone's birthday on the 14th and I need to send their card off. So you've just reminded me. So happy birthday for tomorrow. Gina, lots of rain today, then some snow tomorrow in Ohio. Yeah, I think it's Norway have had it really bad with snow, I believe. They've had a massive snowstorm and it's like absolutely just loads of it. Oslo particularly was affected and certain other regions. Good day for crafting without any guilty feelings of any other chores needing done. Yeah, I see, I don't have that. I've got so much to do. I've got washing it needs putting out. I've already done my food shopping. Did that this morning after dropping my son to school. Oh, I'm just glad he's back at school. Today's his first day back, and I'm glad because I needed just to get on with work, and I can't really do that when he's around. So, right, on top of your 2 3/4 by 1 inch, or 1 inch by 2 3/4. Sorry, on top of your 1 by, gosh, I'm going to get myself right in a minute. 1 by 2. Oh, these should be 3. I've cut these wrong. These should be 1 by 3 inches. I've cut these wrong. Okay, so just bear that in mind. These should be 1 by 3. In fact, have I cut? Oh, I shouldn't have cut them. Oh dear, my brain's frazzle-dazzled. So I shouldn't have cut these. These need to remain 6 inches. It's these that you stick on. Right, let me see if I can get some more card. Dear me, my brain is frazzled. As you can tell, I've just done the wrong thing. Oh dear. See, now if I was recording this, I would just edit that bit out. But you get to see the shambles that I am. Right, I don't think I have any more of that pink. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Is that close? That might be close in colour. Is that close colour? That's as close as we're going to get. It's a different texture, but it'll have to do. Oh dear. Right, who else we got? Sally, you had a brilliant Christmas and New Year with the family. That's good. I'm glad. I am glad. I'm glad. Shelley, you were working Christmas and New Year. Been in bed with COVID. Oh, not another one. Been in bed with COVID. Oh dear. Karen, you're going to have snow in northwest Arkansas. See, I love a bit of snow, but I love looking at it. And as I get older, I'm like, I don't really want to drive in it. Thanks. I actually don't want to drive in it. So yeah. Right. So leave your 6-inch ones as 6 inches. Don't listen to me. I hope you're not crafting along, because otherwise you'll have messed up like I have. This is when crafting along is not a good idea. When I have half a brain. Right, I'm trying to read comments at the same time as do everything else. Let's put this away, put that away. That can go on the floor with everything else. I shall deal with all of this afterwards. Right, who else? What else have we got? Cindy, it's your dad's 89th birthday. Wow, well, happy birthday to your dad, Cindy. 89, that's a good age. That is a good age. Shirley, you're on the mend. Good, I'm glad you're on the mend. Sally, you only had little flurries. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm sort of glad as well. I quite like it when it's just bright like this. Right, okay, so concentrate, Louise, concentrate. So let's put this to one side. I'm not going to stick these on yet. I prefer to do it once it's all together, because otherwise you get a bit muddled up as to where things go. So we're going to start with these 2 pieces. I'm going to open this up, and this is going to stick on here. So if you like, it's like this, it's going to stick on this bit here. So I'm just opening that up like that. So this is going to stick on here like that, and you want to make sure it lines up with the edge and it lines up with like the top of that crease line. You don't want it over the crease line. You want to make sure it definitely goes, you know, it's just above it, because you're going to be able to fold this in half. You want it to fold in half. So you want to make sure you miss that. So hi Valerie. Happy New Year. Happy 2024 indeed. So I'm just going to turn this round like this so I can see where we're up to. There we go. Anyhow, and then we're going to take this, just watching that glue, making sure it doesn't come out, and I'm just going to stick this on here like that. And it's very important that you do line this up and you get your measurements right, because literally the 4 plus the 1 plus the 1 is 6 inches. So if you get this wrong, then you could end up with a bit of a problem. Right, I'm going to turn that round so it matches the other side. Yes, well, Karen, you know how I am. Shambles. You see, when it all looks lovely and perfect on a video, because I edit stuff out, as you saw from my Christmas Day shenanigans. But yeah, in real life, I make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot. Some of my editing, I'm like, oh my days. Half of the video ends up on the cutting room floor, as they would say. And especially when I'm tired and I've got a lot going on and my brain's a bit frazzled. And I'm also trying to lose weight at the moment. I'm going to blame my lack of whatever you call it on my trying to lose weight, because I'm not, you know, obviously eating all the stuff I normally eat. So all the chocolate I normally eat and crisps and the rest of it, I'm not at the moment. So I think that's impairing my brain. Sally, the boys are back at school hospital on Thursday. The boys are back at school hospital. What's that? Or is it the boys are back at school, full stop, hospital on Thursday? Are they two separate things, Sally? Let me know. Right, so you should end up with that. So now what we want to do is this is going to stick. So it's going to, that's why you need to make sure it definitely fits, because you want it to go through there. And it's going to sit on the back, okay? So if I just turn this over here, the best way I find of doing this is actually to glue this bit rather than there, because then you know where it's going to be. So I'm going to just go down here, and again you want to use a strong glue or like red tape, something strong for this, because obviously this is all like 3D. So this is kind of the what's the word, construction. So we're going to stick this on here like that. I'm just going to make sure it definitely fits in between those two prongs. It's very important it fits in between those two prongs, and you line it up along this edge here. Okay, so that is like that. And then we're going to turn this over. Now before we stick it on the front, we want to put another piece in here. So this piece of pattern paper here is, she says, looking at her notes, well, if you want to do it without a mat, it's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. If you're going to do a mat, then that's your mat size, and your pattern size will be 2.5 by 3.5. I don't think I mentioned what these were, did I? These are 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you only need 2 pattern pieces. If you're going to use a mat and a pattern, then what I would do is make your mat 7/8 by 5 7/8, and your pattern 3/4 by 5 3/4, because otherwise your pattern's going to be 1/2 inch wide, which for me is a bit too thin. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead now and stick that pattern piece in the middle. Obviously you can use a different pattern if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and use, because I'm not using laser printed paper, this is inkjet, I think that I'm going to be all right using Yoo-hoo on the back of it. So let me go ahead and stick this on. I stick this down onto here. You don't have to put anything in the middle here, because you don't really see it, but I just kind of wanted to. And actually when I did on my sample card, I kind of preferred that, you know, I'm glad that I did do that. Right, so that's that. Then we're going to fold this over, and this is going to stick there. But before we do that, we need to stick these pieces on. So let me turn this round. So these are going to go from here going up this way, and I'm deliberately doing it so that the pattern, the texture side, is the other way around, because I don't really want that, I don't really want it showing, or do I? Don't know if I do actually. I want it all to be the same, but now I'm wondering, should I? Oh, maybe I will. Yeah, I think I will. Let's have the pattern at the front. Adds a bit of interest, doesn't it, I suppose? Right. Okay, Sally, I hope everything goes well at hospital for you. Right, okay, let's put that there. It is, isn't it, Karen? That's definitely the problem. Lack of chocolate and lack of crisps. I've been sneaking the odd thing here and then, but I'm doing Weight Watchers, so I am counting it because I'm like, stuff it, I've had enough. I'm having chocolate. And then like half an hour later, I'm like, oh, I suppose I should count it. So then, so then I'm counting it anyway. But I've remained within my points for the week. I've only been doing it since last Thursday morning, so it's not quite a week yet. Haven't seen a lot of difference yet, but it will take time. I know. I've done Weight Watchers before, so I understand how it all works. But they've changed the system since I was last doing Weight Watchers, and I'm not very happy because sweet potato used to be free and it's not anymore. And quite a few things that I liked and used to eat quite a bit as snacks used to be free, and now they're not. I'm like, great, wonderful. Right, so that is going on like that. So now this needs to come down here, and again you just want to make sure that these definitely there's enough space. There's another good reason for using wet glue, because then yeah, you know it's definitely going to fit. Now, I've noticed that this is ever so slightly lower than the prongs, but I don't care, it's absolutely fine. Well, you know what, Nicole, I have got a big stash because at Christmas I got a lot of chocolate, and also because I was buying, and I know you're going to think this is an excuse, but because I was buying tubs of like heroes and stuff like that to be used for, you know, when I did like videos, gifts and all that kind of stuff, I've ended up with some. So I've got a little tub next to me. I do say little, I'll show you in a minute. And it's got heroes and, you know, stuff in it. And yeah, it's just sat there looking at me. And I've also got Thorntons as well, which I was given. But I just thought it's fine. I can have one every now and then. As long as I count it, I can have one every now and then. Okay, so there's your basic of your layout, as it were. And then we just want to go and put these on. So these, you've got 4 of them. If you're just using pattern, you need 4 that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. And if you're using a mat and a pattern, your pattern will be that size still, but your mat will be 7/8 by 2 7/8. And so then these just go here and here, here and here. So nice and easy. So let's just get these on. Let's get these on here. I've got a little bit of tape over there, which I just need to fold it over. There we go. Right, let's stick this down. If you want to make it slightly longer, you can, because I feel like that's not quite long enough. I had this problem with the other one actually, but I didn't know if it was just because of rounded corners. But if you want to make it slightly longer, you can. That should be 3 inches, so that's why I went with 2 3/4. But actually, I'm wondering whether I should have gone a bit more, a bit longer. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Right, let's stick this one down. I can hear a pussycat at the door. I don't really want to let her in case she decides to jump up on the desk. I'll probably give in a minute and let her in. And then Bedlam will rule. We will see. And that one goes down there. Like that. There we go. Oh, got someone come to the door. I shan't be answering the door, I'm afraid. Are you putting in? Oh, she's just putting something through the door. That's good. It's always when I'm doing live stream, people come to the door or have parcels delivered or whatever they do. Does anybody else have a scan and cut, by the way, as well, just out of interest? And if so, can you give me any tips? I did have it before, but I didn't really use it that much and never got the hang of it. So now I'm just kind of blundering my way through. Right, I've just come to put my pin away. I need my pin. So I'm just going to stick, these hearts were actually from here. So they were from here and here. They were a lot of offcuts. So I kept them and I'm going to use them on this It's a Girl, because I thought that could look good. Not completely sticky, so I need to just add a little bit of glue on them. I think I will use, which glue shall I use? Let's use this glue here. Let's use Anita's tacky glue since I'm sticking it onto card. Hopefully my nozzle's not blocked up. No, it's not good. That's good. It's a little bit sticky at the top, but not too sticky. And then I'm going to put this one up here. Oh, it's swizzling around. Put that one up there. And then the other one I think I'm going to stick down there, I think. In fact, I might put it so it's coming off the end of the L from girl. So let's add a little bit of a thingy. The paper that I use for this this iridescent paper is actually from a first edition pack. It's from their Chasing Rainbows pack, and the first sheet in the pad is that iridescent, and it's so useful. And I've almost run out now. I need to get some more, really. Nicole, you've been trying to be good, inserting fruit for snacks and attempting to walk for an hour each day on the beach. Managed 3 days in a row, then fell asleep for the next 3 days. Sounds like me. Sounds like the sort of thing I would do. That does sound like the sort of thing I would do. Cindy, you've got one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I to be honest, I have to say my main reason for wanting to get it back was because of the window displays, because I have to make big elements. And trying to cut out big, you know, it's quite tricky, and getting them even, and so I just thought for that it would be really useful. And actually I'm really impressed because I've managed to cut some flowers out today, and they look quite good, and you know it works quite well. Ali, you had a scanner cut for Christmas 2022, but you've not really used it. I know, yeah, exactly. It's one of those, isn't it? It just sat on my desk for ages and didn't get used, so I'm trying to make myself use it. Right, what I wanted to do was I really wanted some kind of fluff coming out, you know, kind of girly, because it doesn't really, it's a bit plain, and I wanted something like that, but I'm not sure what I've got. And I meant to look for this before I came on, but I forgot. And I'm sure I've got feathers somewhere, because I quite like the idea of feathers, but I don't know where they are. And also because when I tidied up, I kind of shoved a few things in different places, and didn't really, you know, they weren't places that they needed to be in. Oh, the other option is doilies. I might go doily, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, hello, Sean. Sean? Is it Sean? I think it is. You bought it to cut out Welsh sentiments. No dies anyway. Yes, but don't use it enough. Yeah, the same with me. One of my New Year's resolutions is to use it more, definitely. Yeah, no, that's true. I suppose you wouldn't find Welsh sentiments, would you? That's interesting. You've found a little gap in the market there. You've definitely found a gap in the market. Maybe that's an idea for a business. Welsh sentiments, because there's a whole load of you Welsh crafters who, you know, could do with it. So that's very interesting. Something I hadn't thought of. But yeah, it would be very useful, I'm sure. But like you say, I suppose it's one of them where you just sort of, you know, just not using it, don't you? I know I don't. I don't use mine very often. Let's see. That's good, but it's a bit too big. But I'm thinking about cutting it up. I'm just thinking about little fluffy bits coming out. Yes, fluff. I have got feathers, but I don't know where they are. And I'm not sure, because I did give a whole load away. I appreciate this isn't going to fit. Okay, so don't tell me it's not going to fit. I know it's not going to fit. I'm going to do something with it. Yeah, I think I gave some away. So that could be a problem. I think I prefer that colour. But yeah. The other thing as well was die cuts, because I have got some baby die cuts, and I did wonder about using that. Or foliage, maybe. Hi, Mickey. A wintry Nebraska. Whew. You can always plan your diary to use your tools to help you get the most of them. Yeah, sparkly yarn. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Sparkly yarn. I might have ribbon. I don't know if I've got yarn. I was thinking if I could maybe cut like sections and have like sections and just have like maybe a 3 section there. Oh yes, actually a 3 section there and then a 3 section somewhere else. I might try that. So is this even? It's not even, is it? Let's have a look. This isn't even, I don't think. Deb, you've got a scan and cut. Use it loads. You have a few videos. Oh, right, Deb, I'm going to check you out. I'm going to check you out on your channel, definitely. So let me write you down, and then I will look you up, because I'm always looking out for people who do scan and cut on YouTube. There's not a lot, because everyone tends to be cricket. And so, yeah, I'll definitely check your channel out. Definitely. You've got some new people now, some new subbies. I don't mind people coming on here and promoting themselves. It doesn't bother me at all, because we're all, you know, if you do this for business, then, do you know what I mean? It's one of them. You just need to go wherever you can. And, yeah, and it's useful. Very useful. So from there to there, I'm just cutting out my 3 kind of sections. 1, 2, 3. So that is going to be from there to there. Yeah, about there. So the thing is, if I thought ahead, I could probably have cut myself out something on the scan and cut, but I didn't. You don't do loads, but we'll do. Yes, Deb, I'm up. If you literally, if you could do like a basics of how to, you know, when you first get it, things like, because I've forgotten it all. Bits I had sort of had to have a bit of a look, but there's not much on for scan and cut. So if you could do like a basics video just on, like, you know, basic things, how to do certain things, how to resize things, working on canvas as well, because I have done a bit, but it's just certain things I'm like, how do I do this? I just want to know, like, a quick, you know what I mean, what do I do? So yeah, that would be very useful. I would definitely tune in for that. Definitely. Right, so what I'm thinking is maybe I should do a 2 with a 3 on top. I think I might do a 2 with a 3 on top. I'm doing like slices here. I'm thinking like that, and then maybe this one like here, and then behind like that. Yep, she's complaining. I can hear the cat complaining. She's like, let me in. I want to come in there. I mean, it's different. It's not very conventional, this, but it's different. Yes, it is, Pepsi. It's different. Yeah, I know you want to come in, but are you going to jump all over the desk? Probably. Meowing at me. That's sort of what I was thinking. I don't mind it. It's not exactly what I was thinking of, but it's kind of fluff. I suppose I could put a few more little bits out to the side, could I? Don't know. Let's have a look. Nicole, you could also create. Yeah, you could dahlia files to prevent fluffy elements. Yeah, that's possible. Yes, Karen, I did make that storage box many years ago. I think there's a video for that on my YouTube channel from before pre-COVID, so probably about 2018. No, maybe 2020, 2019, 2019 maybe. Shelley, you wanted a scan and cut but couldn't justify the cost. Yes, I have to say, yeah. I kind of couldn't. I couldn't justify it to start with, and then was like, actually, oh, maybe I could put that behind. And I thought, actually, you know, because of me doing it for a job, that's sort of why I bought it. But then because at the time I bought it, I wasn't actually I was demoing, so it kind of didn't work as an idea. It didn't work as an idea at all. So because I didn't use it for work. Whereas now I can use it for work. So that was my other idea of having it back. Right, I reckon. No, it's too much. Because the problem is I would have it kind of off to one side a bit more, but then it's going to get in the way of this. You've got to keep everything into this confines of that there. Oh, if I just had some feathers, it'd be a lot easier. I suppose I could cut out a frilly circle. Maybe that would solve my problems. I'll just cut out a free circle. I think that might solve my problems. Let me get my little frilly circle die. And I've managed to organise all my die storage folders now as well, so it's not actually on the floor anymore and all over the shop and in bags here, there and everywhere. So I'm pleased about that. You like that arrangement? What with the, which one? This one here, so you've got that like that and then that in the front, that arrangement, or just the two? Which arrangement did you like? Let me know. See, my other option is just to cut one of these out and layer that, and then I have like kind of like a frilly edge. Yes, I would, Pepsi. The only problem is this isn't a proper circle. This is why I didn't want to do this, because it's not a proper circle and it makes it look not circular. Feather dies. I do, Nicole. Yes. I do have thingy bob dies. Feather dies. I do. I'm going to have to let this cat in. I'm a bit concerned she's going to jump up on the table if I let her in. She might not. Let me see, because she's meowing. She's literally going to meow at me constantly otherwise. Let me just let her in quickly and see what she does. Right, you're allowed in as long as you don't jump on the desk. What are you running off for? Oh, okay, she's just run off. So open the door and she runs off. Right, where would my feather die? Where was that with? Did I get one with? I think it was Do Crafts I had. It was a Do Craft die. If you suddenly see a cat appear on your screen, it's because she's decided to jump on the desk, so just bear with. The one to and to the side. Jennifer Brody FC. I don't really do Facebook. This is the problem. But maybe I need to have a look. Shelley, I know. Yeah. If you want cheap craft things, go and check out DRK Crafts. They are ridiculously low. Some of their paper pads, which are fantastic paper pads, and now rock bottom prices. And I do mean rock bottom prices. Oh my goodness. They're ridiculously low. Right, I've got a peacock feather die, so I could maybe use that. I have another feather die somewhere, but I'm not sure. It might have been Coca Rosa actually. Do the quick butchers and see if it's here. Yeah, you would, Nicole. You definitely have to just lock it up and throw the key away for looking on DRK site, because at the moment, honestly, the prices, I'm just like, really? I've been tempted to buy some other pads, even though I've already got them, because, you know, it's the ones I've got, you know, I've used quite a lot of, but I'm like, no, don't go down that road. Right, going back to the foliage and feather and whatever question, I was thinking about using foliage dyes as well. Let's have a look in my, so it's not Coca Rosa. In Love Art Shop, I definitely got a proper feather dye. Karen, yeah, you've got a silhouette cameo. See, I thought about getting a silhouette cameo, you know, on the intro before I actually got my scan and cut back. And I was wondering about it because a friend of mine, he recommended that. He said, if you don't get a cricket, I didn't want to get a cricket particularly. Oh, here we go. I've got a feather dye, but they're like solid feathers. It might work though, you know. These are in Love Art Shop ones. I think they might work because they're sort of small. They actually, as I remember, they actually cut out quite nicely. Yeah, let's just go for that. Let's go for that. Let's go for the, excuse my head being in the way there. See, now I do have baby ephemera. I've got baby dyes. Shelley, my problem is I can shop quicker than I can craft. Yeah, same with me. Shelley, yes, I do have baby feet or similar. I've got a set from, they're not first edition. They were probably from, Pepsi, what are you doing? They were probably from AliExpress, I would imagine. Yeah. I think I'm going to go feathers. I quite like the feathers. These are quite nice, actually. I might use these. So these are in Love Art Shop ones. They might still be available. because I'm not feeling the peacock for babies. I don't know why, but I'm just not. Right, so let me cut some out. And I'm thinking like pink glittery kind of, do you know what I mean? It's like soft, glittery, soft and pink and glittery is what I'm thinking. So let me have a look in my little scrap bag. I need some soft pink, not really vibrant pink. I'll have a quick look in my scrap thingy bob here. Tonic Studios open their vault. Oh wow. You can eat Vegemite on crackers. Nice. You can eat Vegemite crackers for the next however long. Lovely. Right, let me have a quick fertile through my scraps pouch that I have here. See if I can find anything pink and sparkly. If not, I will have to break into an A4 sheet, which I really didn't want to have to do, but it may well come to that. It may well come. Or I could use my Paper Mill Direct samples. I might use those actually. And again, they've moved because I had them in a different place. I've actually moved them. I wanted a glitter. Where's the glitter one? Essential colours, double-sided pearl, textured. Okay, I think my glitter ones are here. Bear with me, everybody. Sorry about this. Anything not very organised. Being one of the mornings. Oh yes. So we've got sparkle. Oh, pearlised. Oh, I had some glittery ones. Okay. Bear with, bear with. So I scour my craft room for supplies. So I watched them live before, I think it was before Christmas, and it was Jennifer Maguire. Very good. And she went off at one point. She was being disorganised like me, and I thought to myself, I'm glad it's not just me that is disorganised. I'm glad it's not just me. Right, I think that one. Quite like that. It's sort of soft. It's not too much. It's soft and thingy bob. It's very soft. I'll give it a little bit pinker than that. I've got some as well that's pink. Not quite the right pink, that one though. Okay, we'll just go with that one, I think. We will just go with that one. So let me cut some out. Right, what have we got? Yeah, feather with glittery paper, that's what I reckon. Sally, you're just popping into the kitchen to get a cuppa. You go for it. It's funny actually, when the UPS man turned up with my printer this morning, he said, oh, I looked at the sheet. He said, and I saw it was, you know, this address. And he said, I thought to myself, I wonder if it's that same woman who I came to last time. Because this is now like the 4th printer I'm on. And I was like, yes, it's me. And he said, have you got, because when I opened the door, he said, have you got my tea and biscuits ready? I laughed. I was like, yep, you have come here that often. So I said to him, well, when you come and collect the other one, when you come and collect the old one, because they can't pick that up till next week, I said, I'll have your tea and biscuits ready. So I am actually going to do that. I'm going to, probably not tea and biscuits, but I might get him some chocolate so he can have it in the van on his day. So he's a really nice lad. Very helpful, very friendly. Oh, right, let's run these feathers through. I think I'm probably going to need about 6 feathers. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, I reckon. I'm hoping my camera's not shaking too much. My desk is, but hopefully the camera's not. Okay. See, look, they cut out quite nicely, these. Although they look sort of solid, they actually cut out all right, because the edges are kind of feathered. Excuse the pun. But it just means that they look quite nice. So that is that. And then we just need to put this one on. Shelley, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad you spend, I'm sure a lot of us spend a lot of time faffing around choosing papers. That's what takes the time, that is, for choosing the papers. Obviously, usually I do that before I come on, but you guys don't see all of that. But when we do a live, we always go a bit south. But that's the joys of live. And yes, I am trying not to cut through to the card below. Very carefully, because I could see that happening. Oh, Karen, you as well. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad we're all together in this then. We spend more time choosing papers than we do actually crafting. That's one thing I like about having like a complete set. So this is something that Trimcraft used to be really good at. They used to make, you know, like a whole, with their Dovecraft range, they'd do a whole set. So you'd have the papers, you'd have the embellishments, you'd have little, you know, bows and ribbons and all sorts of things, and everything would match. And it just made life so much easier, and it took the time out of choosing because everything just went together. And so I really do miss their collections. I hope that they, although they're now DRK Crafts, I hope that in the future they will, you know, come back and do some more collections like that, because they just take the, it just takes the time out of it all. I know there are other companies that do it, but like Stampin' Up do it, don't they? They have like whole collections that all kind of match. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do is leave that there like that, and then if we just kind of place these on, and I just need to make sure that we don't, oh gosh, come on, don't move. Okay, that we don't go over that line. Like that, maybe? Like that. And then that, yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. Hello, Pepsi. I know you're rubbing around me expecting to have food, but I'm doing a live stream, so I'm afraid you're going to have to wait. Sorry. I know that blows your mind that you would have to wait. You, of all people, the most important Pepsi, would have to wait for me. But that's just how it is, I'm afraid. Oh, is that okay? That's way too organised for you. Yeah, no, I just really liked it, and especially like as a demonstrator, having everything there, it just made things so much easier. Because you know, when you sat there all day from 10 till 4 creating things, and you've got people watching you, so and they're expecting you to kind of be perfect. They're expecting you to know what you're doing, and sometimes it's like especially when sometimes you had like, you know, older crafters who have been doing it years, and they're kind of looking at you with a kind of a what do you know kind of a look, and you're thinking and then you go and make some, you know, take 7 years trying to decide what kind of paper you're going to use. It's like, okay. So I quite liked not having to worry about that. Okay, now I was going to stick this onto something a bit, because obviously this is just the paper. I was going to stick it onto something a bit more solid, but I don't know that I can be bothered. So let's have a look and see if I can find. I'm probably going to need to actually, aren't I? Because if I don't, I'm going to regret it. So let me stick this onto something a bit more solid. I have a piece of white card here. She says unearthing it from a pile of paper. Oh, let's not use that one actually, because that one is actually cut to size. Oh dear, Faffy McFaffy pants today. Okay, that's a little bit small, but that's fine. It's an offcut, it will do. I have got such craftermath going on behind me, you would not believe. Gosh, it's ridiculous. Okay, right, let's just stick this onto here. There we go. Ooh. Right. Let's do that onto there. It's not quite big enough, but it's fine. It'll be big enough that it will back most of it. And then I'm just going to cut round that. See, really, I should have stuck it onto the card first before I cut it out the first time round, but that's also way too organised for me, and I think I did this last night. I prepped all of this last night, so yeah, wasn't the most awake. Bear with, talk amongst yourselves. You know me, I can't talk if I'm cutting things out. There we go. It is supposed to be sort of wobbly because it's a watercolour edge, watercolour thingy bob, a watercolour circle. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, now that needs to be there. So these feathers need to be there. So if I stick the feathers down first and then stick the It's a Girl down, then I'm going to make sure I don't end up with these coming over there. So let's put that there like that. Just talking to myself, don't worry. Nicole, you could make it simple for yourself. Buy the coordinate colours from Stampin' Up, but I like a you like a challenge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could do that, couldn't you? You could do that. You could do that. And it does bring me joy when you see things like that all nicely, you know. But yeah. Stick that in there like that. Concentrating, can you tell? Right, that's going to go in there like that. I've only stuck the back feather down, not the front ones, because I want them to be kind of sort of a bit proud. And then at the bottom here, sure there must be an easy way of doing this. You're probably all like, what is she doing? She's taking so long. Gosh. I apologise. That feather's not really where I want it to be, but anywho, I think we need to do it the other way around. I think I've done it. I should have done these two first and then done that big one in the middle. That's what I should have done. That should be like effectively kind of there. But that's roughly where it needs to be. So it needs to be roughly where that is. So let's just put that there like that. And then let's just stick these the other way. Oh, I'm going to have to lay it back down again. I know I am. Come on. Ah, and breathe. Struggling to pick feathers out of a desk. That was me thinking, this is going to be quite a quick one today. Yeah. Okay then. Right, so about there, I guess. Is that about right? About there? Yeah. That's about right. I think I might do that as a back and that as a front. Oh no, maybe not. I might layer them actually. Instead of having to. Perfection takes time. It does. It does indeed take time. And I'm afraid I am a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to things like this. If it's not quite right, it just annoys me. So, yeah. How about having the bottom feathers looking like they're floating? It's a bit late now. I've stuck them down. But, yeah. That would be a good idea for next time, I think, probably. I'm going to put them on pads. I'm going to make sure that I'm only sticking this bottom, just the bottom of the feather on this one. I'm not going to, I'm just going to stick it so that it's like that. So it's raised up from the desk card. Oh dear. There we go. And I'm going to use silicone glue. Even though it then means I've got to be super careful, I am going to use silicone glue because I can control how thick, how far up it is. Right, let's just go crazy with the old silicone glue. Some bits are going to need to be more than others. There we go. Watch me drop it now. Hopefully I won't. Okay. That's like that. I've got these little bits everywhere for some reason. Okay. That's going to go there. Like that. The top one isn't great, but the bottom one I like. Top one's a bit, oh, there's one that's a bit off on one side, but never mind. There we go. Right. It's quite plain. I feel like it needs more. I think the baby ephemera. I'm sorry, Liz. You couldn't type fast enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. I feel like we need some. I feel like it's very plain. Like less is more, but I think in this instance, I don't know if less is more. I feel like it needs something down here, And I'm wondering, right, let me put these feather dyes away. I mean, I suppose I could use, I don't really want to use feathers. I suppose I could, no, I don't want to use feathers. I need something small. Thinking maybe sequins, maybe little sequins down there. Maybe that would work. This is the thing, it's like, sometimes I just get to this point and I'm like, you know what, I don't care anymore. It'll just have to do, because I lose the will to carry on. But I want to make it look proper, since I'm doing it on a live stream. Hopefully none of you have fallen asleep at the wheel. When I say the wheel, I mean, you know, now. Watching. Ugh. Right, let's just shut this up quickly. And let me get out my baby dyes and we can see whether they are going to fit what we need or not. Where are they? They're in this one, aren't they? This one or this one? I think it's this one. I can't remember which folder it's in. I need to thingy about this. Gems, some pearls, dots or sparkles. How about a bow? Yep. I've got feet. You like a bow? A bow would be perfect. Okay, I have got bows. Let me just put a spanner in the works just quickly. So these are my baby dyes. So I've got 2 feet, pair of socks, a bottle, a bib, rattle, dummy, safety. It's all safety pins. Got safety pins. Romper suit, little bow, and a pram. Any of those? Or should we just go with the bow? I'm thinking bow is going to be 3D, so it's not going to be as flat to post. Because the aim of this is that you could post it. I'm liking the idea of the safety pins. Or some of those. Or some of those safety pins. Now you mention it. Yeah, I'm liking the safety pin. I think that could work. I could cut it out of I don't know, maybe a darker or a mirror. 2 safety pins with a bow on top. Hey, we're just being super what's the word? We're going for all the opinions. I'm wondering if I do a bow, but I do it out of a die cut bow rather than an actual 3D bow, just because of posting is what I'm thinking. I do like the safety pin idea. I think the safety pin idea, yeah. Right, let's go safety pins and make an executive decision here. We're going to go safety pin, and then I'm going to use the little bow that came with my kite die, because they're quite cute bows, and I think that they would work quite nicely. These little bows, they're really cute. I just think they might work. I have got other little bows, but I quite like those. I think they're quite sweet. The little die cut bow. Yep, there we go. Right, cool. We all agreed. Happy day. Well, I say all, but one person. Me and one person who agreed. So now the question is, what do we cut them out of? Because I don't think that the light glitter, that's not going to be enough. I feel like they need to be a slightly darker pink, almost this kind of colour. Maybe not that kind of colour. They need to be a darker pink. I quite like the idea of these being shiny. Do we think silver? Can we get away with silver? Mirror for the pins? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a case of the bow fitting as well. This is the other thing. It can't go over. We might not be able to do the bow. Use the bits you accidentally cut. Oh yeah. Are they going to be dark enough, do we think? You know what would be really nice, but obviously it's going to take time to do, is if I did them. I've got two thoughts coming through. Is if I did them out the cards that I cut by accident and then use glossy accents on them, that would be cool. But obviously I've got to wait for the glossy accents to dry before I then put them on the card. My other thought process is, I think I've got some matte mirror, which is like a pink colour. It's not quite as bright as this, because I think that's a bit too bright. It's not quite as thingy as that, but it's all like a pearlized a pearlised card even. I have got, let me just get it off so everyone can see it. Oh. So, ooh, I quite like the idea of Mary, but I'm just not sure if I should introduce another colour. That's what I'm thinking. So, do the pins with holographic and pink. Yeah, holographic might work. So I was thinking this, I don't know if you can see the sparkle on this. It's kind of midway. It's just what I've got in that colour. That's the only thing. I know I've definitely got pearlised card in a kind of the right kind of pink. I've got that glaze pink pearlised, misty rose, rose gold, the powder, and this one, the rosa pearlised. Is it too similar? And I've also got that one, the Persian pink. Oh, I think maybe Persian pink. I think maybe this one. What do we think? Holographic is another colour. It is another colour. I'm wondering about... I see where you're coming from with that, Sally, with the holographic. I'm just not sure if I want to introduce another colour. I'm thinking this. And then I could always glossy accent it up. Hello, yes. Do you think that as well? Do you, Pepsi? Do you agree? Are you in agreement? I'm going to go with this one, I think. Right, let's go with this one. Let's cut a few out of here, bows and thingies, and then we'll just work out what we need. Okay, let me just run this through quickly. So this is Persian pink pearlised card, 300 GSM from Paper Mill Direct. I don't know if they still do it. I presume they probably do. I know they do switch up their colours, so I don't work for I'm not on their design team anymore because I couldn't keep up. Too much happening, but I do love their card. You know what I should have done, which I haven't? I should have put double-sided on the back to help me when I stick it down, but I didn't do that. So we're gonna have fun sticking it down, but never mind. We will just use whatever we can. You have to bear with me now while I cut them all out. Oh, oh. Well, out you come. Oh yeah, they're cute. Yeah, very nice. That's the little safety pin, and that's the bow. I can do it at an angle. Maybe a safety pin bow. I think that's gonna work, isn't it? Let's go with that. What did you cut the hearts with? I cut the hearts. So the hearts were part of that die. So that die that I showed you, the Coca Rosa die, this one, as part of this, see that little heart there and that little heart there? Those offcuts is what I've used here. So, and this paper is that iridescent. It's at the front of the Chasing Rainbows pack by First Edition. And it's fantastic and I love it. It's kind of pinky, whitey, all different colours. I need to get some more of that card really, because I did have some from Paper Mill Direct and I've used all that up. I've used up all of my First Edition stash, and I'm literally now at the point where I'm running low. Supplies are running low, so I do need to get some more. There's another one. Right, let's just get these on. These swatch cards are great for things like this, little tiny die cuts. So if we go that way this time, and that way. Yep, I'm liking the look of this. It's coming together. That's better. It's had a bit more interest. Not quite so plain. Right, let's cut these out. We're almost there. We're on the home straight. I can confidently say we are on the home straight. We need to be, because I've got 1,001 things to do. Oh dear. We've got 1,001 things to do. Right. So I'm going to whip through this as quick as I can. there. Got some little spots there as well. I could use them as gems another time. That's that way. Love that die. You're all going to ask me where I got this die from, aren't you? I don't know is the answer. Oh, yes, Sandra, exactly. Absolutely. I agree with what Sandra just said. Please, can you hit the like button, everybody? Oh, 14 likes. 14 likes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do. It really does help me out. See, the problem with doing like an all everyday, you know, video, which I did in December, is that then when you don't do an everyday video, everything goes down. Money goes down, watch time goes down, everything goes down, and YouTube's like, oh, it's not good as it has been. And you're like, I know, but that's because I'm doing videos every day. I have a life. I can't do videos every day for the whole year. So yeah, please, can you help me out? Because this is my only job, and I need it to pay the bills, which it doesn't at the moment. So yeah. We can like and share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video and all that good stuff. That would be good. That would be wonderful. I would very much appreciate it. Right, there we go. So that is those cut out. I haven't used these dies before, you know. It's not the first time I've used them. Right, let's have those going out. And then I think these going out. And then they can go in, I think. Right, let's stick this all down then now. This is the fun part, sticking it all down. Right, these are so fine. Good job I've got a fine tip nozzle on this glue pot thing. Whatever it's called. Right, so they're going to go outwards like that. Let's hold that down for a second. I'm only going to stick the middle of this bow because I like the idea of it kind of bending up slightly. Right, sorry if I've gone quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. I am concentrating. I now feel like we should have put a feather with this colour in there, but it's too late now and I'm not going to do it, so there you go. There you go. Tough. It's going to be tough. I feel like it would have made it all kind of tie it together a bit more, but I suppose this pink is similar to that pink that's on the greeting, so on the sentiment topper, so we will just go with that. It's fine. Thing is, well, sometimes I think you can make a card and get a bit like, oh, this, that, and the other, and whatever, and then you go away, you come back and look at it and think, oh, it looks fine. I don't know what I was worried about. Actually, looks absolutely fine. But because you've been focusing in on it so much, you kind of forget. Oh, I can go over slightly here because that is lined up with that, so that's good. Where's the other one gone? Here. It's on your desk, Louise. It's right in front of your face. Hasn't gone anywhere. Right, let's just turn this around. I think there is actually a right way up for this bow. My tummy is rumbling. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, thank you. And by the way, I just want to say I really do appreciate all of you who are members, whether you're bronze or silver. I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you for supporting the channel because it really does help me out massively. So thank you if you are a member, or even if you have been a member and then because of whatever reason you couldn't be a member anymore. Thank you if you were once a member, if you have been a member at some point. It really does help me out a lot. So thank you for that. If you'd like to become a member, please do. Just have to press the little join button and you get the choice of either bronze or silver. And yeah, I'm going to be hopefully coming up with some new tiers this year. So stay tuned for that. long as I have time to do it. Right, that's good. Now the only problem now is those back ones look plain, but I'm going to leave it like that for now, and I might add some more later on the back. We'll see. I don't know, maybe it looks all right. But yeah, there you go. There is your finished card. Folds flat, fits in a 6x6 envelope for a 6x6. And yeah, there we go. I'm going to keep these little spots because they could come in handy for like card candy type things. They're a decent size. Right, let's get rid of these. These are quite cute actually. They've got little hearts on them. I'm going to chuck them. I'm not going to hold them. I'm going to chuck them away. So yes, there we go. Right, thank you everybody for joining me. We got there in the end. Hurrah, we made it. An hour and a half, was it? I think about an hour and a half. So yes, thank you very much. So yeah, go and look on Etsy. I'm going to take you off the ceiling now, so you might wobble around a little bit. Bear with. Put your seatbelts on. There we go. A bit of a close up there for you. You can see how beautiful those hearts are. Yeah, go and check out Etsy if you have a chance. Also, if you're in the UK and you can't print out papers, but you like my packs, just let me know. Either comment under this video after we have finished going live. I know Sally did. Anybody else who wants to, because what I can do if you want is I can potentially print a pack off and post it to you. I need to work out how much that will cost to do, obviously with postage and whatever. But if you're in the UK, that is a possibility. So you don't have to miss out on my papers. If you want some, I might be able to print off a pack and send it on to you. So I just need to work out how much it's going to cost, and I'll let you all know. But yeah, please do. Right, I will see you all next week. As you've probably seen, I've already stacked up the live streams already, simply because otherwise I forget, as you probably realise, because today I need to put it up last night. I suddenly was like, oh no, I haven't put it up yet. So I've decided to stack up the whole of January, so then they're all there every Tuesday, and it's done. So yeah. Right, I'm going to say toodles. I've got to go and rush off and make some more flowers for my window, my art gallery window. And I will see you next week. Bye, everyone. Bye.